Since the military defeat of the Islamic State in Syria and Iraq, hundreds if not thousands of families have struggled with the issue of the missing loved ones. During the rule of ISIS kidnapped thousands of people, arrested them for no clear reasons. Unfortunately, when the coalition started the bombardment of ISIS and ISIS was defeated militarily, the finding and the whereabouts of those missing people were not on the priority of the coalition, and those people still disappeared. In 2019, Azjak started a project focused on justice for missing persons in northeast Syria. The project focused on 3 areas of work. The first area is to investigate the mass graves were found after ISIS was defeated. The second area of work is to collect documentation and analysis. And the third area of work is to support the families in their advocacy and demands for the truth about their loved ones. Several mass graves were found in northeast Syria. While those mass graves doesn't provide much information as they were excavated by the First Response Team, a local team of first responders in Raqqa and in Deir ez-Zor. What we're trying to do in this project is to bring the efforts of the First Response Team to the international quality, to the international standards of investigations, and try to find helpful information on those mass graves that could provide some information to the families. And for that, we partner with the Argentinian Forensic and Anthropology Team, an internationally recognized organization that's leading on the investigations of mass graves and missing persons. In the second area of work, we try to document cases of missing persons through interviewing families of the missings or interviewing witnesses. Through this process, we try to link the information found in the mass graves, belonging, objects, any identifying information, to the information provided by the families or the witnesses, and try to provide better understanding on the circumstances of the kidnapping and arrest, and potentially identifying those missing persons. In the third area of work, we're trying to support the families in organizing their advocacy efforts at the international level, to pressure the international community to share information with the families about detainees, about missing persons, about detention facilities of ISIS were entered by the coalition forces or their allies, and also by making the faith of those missing persons a priority for the international community.
My name is Luis von der Lieder. I'm forensic anthropologist. I'm the director of the Argentine Forensic Anthropology Team, a scientific organization created in 1984. First responders are a critical part in those processes where the state is no condition to investigate the killings and the disappearances. First responders are the first people approaching to the graves and protecting the evidence related to bodies in order to in the future to have a proper forensic investigation. The process to recover and to identify human remains is a long-term process. Usually the information we need related to how the person was when he or she was alive is compared with the findings we have in the body, and this process could take a long time. So the expectations of the families have to be carefully managed, and it has to be explained how it's going to work the process and the possible outcomes of the investigation.
Collecting interviews from the families is really an important process. It could provide accurate information on the date and location of the incident of kidnapping or detention. It provides information to investigators to follow and match this basic information from the families with any information found in other investigations related to mass graves or other detention investigation. It also supplies us with information that we can run by local authorities and see and check if those people appear in any detention facilities run today by the coalition or its allies. Putting all this information together and pair it with the information coming from the mass graves investigation will allow us to put all this information in our database and activate the function of search and linkages in our missing persons database that will hopefully be able to facilitate some information and allow us to share more information up to the level of identifying people in the future through the investigation and combining the information in our database.
At the Syria Justice and Accountability Center, we work hand in hand with the families of the missing of those who were kidnapped by ISIS in the northeast part of Syria. We provide support to these families wherever they are. We provide such support in different ways. We organize workshops and trainings, whether online or face-to-face, on advocacy, on campaigning, on media. We basically try to provide the families with tools to help them tell their story and help them bring attention to their case. And also we try to formulate with them the asks and demands for decision makers. We try to find opportunities, advocacy opportunities for the families to participate in. We also try to find media opportunities for the families. Of course, this depends on the families whether they agree to speak to the media or not. But if that's the case, then we try to find them a safe platform where they can share their story out. In case one of your family members, one of your loved ones were kidnapped by ISIS in the northeast part of Syria, please reach out to Syria Justice and Accountability Center on our website, on our Facebook page, or even reach out by writing an email directly to me, amers@syriaaccountability.org. I look forward to working with all the families in trying to find answers about their loved ones.